Hey everybody, Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today we're going to be talking about my everyday carry bag. We'll talk a little bit about the bag in particular, and then also the items that I carry in the actual bag. We'll start off by giving you an overview of this, which is the Voodoo Tactical Discreet Sling bag. It's going to run you probably in the $75 range, a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on where you get it. They do have it in this black color, and they also have it in kind of a tannish bronze color as well. So we'll zoom in here and talk about some of the different features, and then I'll get into the contents and tell you what I'm carrying around every day. The Voodoo Tactical Discreet Sling bag has three main sections. You can see one zipper, two zippers, and three sections. It also has a CCW compartment. The three sections are divided into kind of a small, a medium, and then a large section. So that's kind of the overview here. You do have a handle if you want to carry it up here. Just a single ply. Doesn't seem like it's gonna fall off. Seems relatively sturdy even despite the fact that it is quite small. Let me flip this over here and show you the back side quickly. Nicely padded, very comfortable. This is the basically the section that's gonna wrap around your side, basically your hip there, and then you have a clip here. I've taken off the clip attachment that's gonna run from this side of the bag over to here. I just don't need it, not necessary for me. Then we have the actual sling portion of the bag, padded here underneath, and a little bit wider, thins out, and then you have a pocket here, and you have a QD clip if you want to take it off. And again, you got a pocket here. Most people call this a cell phone pocket, but you can store a variety of other things in there. I'll show you on the other side. No pockets, you can't really access anything on that side. When we do flip it over to this side though, you can see behind this section that's going to go on your hip, there is a pocket here, and this is going to be your CCW pocket in here. And that same pocket can be accessed from the top here. So reach down in, and you can see basically goes the whole way straight through. So that's a quick overview of the bag. I'll talk about it at the end, kind of what I think about it. It's been pretty comfortable. I've enjoyed using it, but let's get into the actual bag and show you what I'm carrying. All right, so in the smallest external pocket, I'll open this up and show you what I have inside. First thing I'll show you is that I do keep the belt strap here. So that's the one I took off, but I do keep it just cinched up with a rubber band in case I do want to use it for some reason. Now, one thing about this bag is that within these sections, there's no sub pockets really. This large one has one sub pocket, but there's not a lot of different sections within there. So what I've done is I've put some gear in that can float around a little bit, and then I've actually put a bag within this section to contain some gear. So in this outer section, I've got a spool tool, and I've got this little bag. I'll talk about that in a second. I've got some batteries and some bug repellent. That's in a stick form as opposed to a spray. I have a very small first aid kit, and then I've got some Q-tips, and then down here just some tissues. Now, you know, for some people, when they think about an EDC bag, they think about bug out bag, same thing. For me, not that case. I'm trying to carry items that I could use either in an emergency situation, but also just kind of everyday use. So that's why I've got Q-tips, first aid kit, you know, bug repellent, and even something like tissues. In this tiny little husky bag, I bought this bag at Home Depot, I think it was. It was like 3 bags for $7, and now I can store smaller things in that section. So I've got a set of earbuds here. I have some acetaminophen, basically Tylenol. I've got a little flash drive. I've got a Smith's sharpener. This has a little light. Let's see if we can get the light to go here. Light built in. It's got the sharpeners. It's got a ferro rod. It's got a compass. A bunch of different items built into that. I do have just a basic like a Walmart plastic bag, you know, that you'd get there. Lots of uses for that. And I got some wire down here. And that is pretty much everything that's in that bag. So that's the first outer section. Now let's go into the next section of the bag. All right, moving on to that middle zippered compartment. Now, one thing that's interesting about this section is that it's essentially built for mags, so you can fit probably 2 deep, but 2, 4, 6 mags in there. Those are sub pockets. I did say there weren't a ton of pockets, but these are inside the section, and again, one other pocket in this section. So I don't keep anything in this section of this compartment, so they're all in these 3 different sections. So we'll start down here. I've got some zip ties. I've got this little CRKT case, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And I think that's pretty much it for that section. There are little kind of small pockets in between, and I do keep, here's one pen, and then here is, if I can Should get this one out. I'll work that one in a second. That's another pen there. In this middle section, I keep a Leatherman. This is a, what is this, a Wingman. That's a Wingman. I do have a Sharpie in there. I've got a carpenter's pencil with some duct tape on this end of it. I've got just a cheap basic poncho. I've got some wet wipes. And then I've got an extra flashlight. So I always carry a flashlight on me, but here's an extra. This is a Surefire, one of the old school ones, but good flashlight, nice and sturdy, and nothing else in that section. And then over in this third section, even though I keep a knife on me all the time in case I forget one, I've got this, this is the Browning Black Label No Boundaries knife. Let me fold that up so I don't injure myself as I'm taking other items out. I've got a bright orange bandana. Got my Tide to Go stick. And I've got a large ferro rod. It's got magnesium, the ferro rod, and then a thermometer on this side, and then a compass on the top. And I think that's it for that section. Let me see if I can get this pen out now. This is actually pretty cool. I picked this up for a couple bucks. A little bit hard to get out here. It's jammed in. There we go. This is actually a metal Sharpie, and it's a Sharpie pen, so it's got a nice fine point, but it is all metal. So just pick that up one day at, I think, at Target. So that's it for section 2. Let's go into this last section of the bag. And actually, before I go into that last section, I want to show you what's in this little CRKT case. This was a case that the James Williams Tactical pen came in, but I took out the foam inserts, and now I keep all my iPod or iPhone and iPad gear in here. So I got my plug for my iPad, plug for my iPhone, got the cord for my iPad, cord for my iPhone, and then an extra set of earbuds in here. And actually, I took it out right now. I left it in my car, but I usually also keep a car charger that you can plug either one of these cords into to charge your iPad or charge your iPhone. So that's what's in this little CRKT case. And this is great just to have it all organized, all my cords all over the place, but they're all in that nice little case. In this last main compartment, one thing I want to show you before we get inside is that I keep one of the bug lits. I think it's called a bug lit on me. It's from Night Eyes, and it's got these little legs so you can stand it up. It's got a bunch of different settings, high, low, and then the flashing setting, and then off. And that's just with a tiny little S-beaner that's attached to the zipper pull. So in this main section, I've got a bunch of books that I keep with me. So that's with me all the time. I got a journal in there, and then there is this little kind of sub pocket, just a small one in this section, and that's where I actually keep my iPad, and that's everything that's actually in the bag. Now over on the front, on the actual sling, there's this little section. Most people would call this a phone pocket, you know, throw your cell phone in there. What I do is I keep in here a couple basic things. First is some mace. So this is one of the Fury mace holders or pepper spray holders. It's got a less than lethal end, it's got a more pointed end, and then flip that to the side, and now you have your pepper spray. And then I've got an emergency whistle and some chapstick. So those are the three things that I keep in here, and I keep this in this section just so I can reach up and grab it quickly. I don't have to flip the bag around and mess with it. This is quickly and easily accessible. In an effort to bring you guys more information, I will be swapping this bag out for another bag to test that one out as an EDC bag and see what I actually think about that one. But so far, the Voodoo Tactical Discreet Sling bag has been good. I've actually got some new bags coming from VanQuest. I'll be testing those out in the future. The next one I'll be using is a Op Mod bag, and that's from Optics Planet, their own line of gear that they're putting out, and they sent me one for review, so I want to test that one out. But here's what I've got as my EDC setup. If you have questions, certainly comment down below. Thanks as always for checking out the videos. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids here on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. Take care.